Thank you for tuning into the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. You're now listening to Live Your Dream, and I am your host, Mike the Motivator. What's up, guys? This is your boy, Mike the Motivator, and I want to thank you once again for tuning in. Guys, if you're looking to be motivated to start your week off with a bang, you're at the right place at the right time. If you want to know a little bit more about me, guys, just go to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, or YouTube, guys, and just type in Michael Askew II. Michael Askew II. All right, guys, so today we got a good one. The title of today's show is You Are Not a Lottery Ticket, and Your Life is Not the Lottery. You are not a lottery ticket, and your life is not the lottery. Guys, the reason why I came up with this topic is because I noticed that too often, and me included, we don't plan for our future. We all want something, but we always wonder why things don't go how we wish it would go. But oftentimes it's because we don't plan for it. We live life by chance, right? Everything we want in life, you have to plan for it, you have to set goals, but oftentimes we want something to just magically appear in our life without having to work for it. Before I get deeper into that topic, let's introduce our first sponsor to the show.
Askew Property Solutions is Charlotte's leading real estate company, here to serve you with integrity and excellence. Specializing in assisting families who are facing financial hardship, distressed housing situations, acquired estates, divorce, and more, at Askew Property Solutions, their goal is to help families transform their lives by creating viable solutions that is a win for you. Sell your home with trustworthy professionals who will help close within 7 to 10 days and put cash in your hands so that you can continue living life without missing a beat. Contact Askew Property Solutions today at 980-229-4886, 980-229-4886, or visit their website at www.sellhouseforcashnow.com, www.sellhouseforcashnow.com, so that you can continue living with a peace of mind with Askew Property Solutions.
One of the reasons why people often live their life as if they are a lottery ticket and their life is a lottery is because they are afraid to plan, right? When you plan, you have to actually think about the pitfalls that you have to overcome. You have to think about the things that you have to do that will be scary, right? For example, my son, we was at a park. Me, my son, and my wife, we was at a park a few days ago, and my son was climbing on the back of the slide so he can slide all the way down. But, the slide was pretty high, and I was looking at it, and I got behind my son to make sure he didn't fall. And as I was making sure he didn't fall, I was talking with my wife, and I said, man, I can't believe he's going all the way to the top. Because when I was his age, I would be, afraid. I'd be scared to go to the top. The moment I said the word scared, he stopped. Like, he just stopped in his track. And I was like, Michael, what's wrong? Keep going. He was like, no, I'm scared. And I looked at my wife, I was like, did you see that? I was like, he didn't know that he was supposed to be afraid to go to the higher heights or whatever he was doing. But the moment I reminded him that he's supposed to be scared, he stopped. Fear crept in. And that's it's very important for parents to not allow our fears and insecurities and mediocrity, whatever it is, to not pass it on to our kids, because then they won't even plan for their future because they say, I'm too afraid to plan, to think about what if I lose. So I'm just gonna hope something happens for me. I'm gonna hope I hit the lottery. I'm gonna hope I make a good grade. But they're not gonna really put in the work to plan to make it happen. It's very important for parents to understand that when, for a little while, kids will pay attention to what you say. But after a while, they can care less about what you say. They only follow what you do. At some point, your child's going to get sick and tired of seeing you getting up, complaining before you go to work, and complaining when you come home, and working paycheck to paycheck, and not being happy, and not living your dream. At some point, your child's going to say, look, I don't want anything to do with that. I am an advocate to make sure that we get the kids off the street so they can stop selling drugs. But one of the worst things that you can tell a child is to get off the street, stop selling drugs, but you don't give them an example of what they can do as far as living their dream, right? Because when they look at you, they want to know, are you happy? They want to know every day that you go and hit the clock and go to work, are you living your dream? And if you're not living your dream, don't sign me up for that for the rest of my life. I don't want to do that. I'm convinced that the reason why a lot of kids go on the streets and sell drugs and do things because they're trying to create more free time for themselves. They're trying to create a life that doesn't consist of being unhappy for the rest of their life. But when they look at their parents, when they look at all of their loved ones that telling them not to do it, their loved ones they're not setting a good example of what your life's supposed to look like. You are not a lottery ticket, and your life is not the lottery. I was reading a book the other day, and it was talking about how some people plan for their future when others don't, right? Some people are just optimistic that something good will happen, but they actually don't plan for it. And the word he used for it is definite optimism and indefinite optimism. So, for example, when I think about both words, I think about my homeboy Rashad. So Rashad, in the last year, he lost about 100 pounds, right? He lost about 100 pounds, but the reason why he lost all that weight is because, he said, listen, I'm going to lose this weight, and this is how I'm going to do it. Now, for years, I bet he always said, I'm going to lose weight. I bet for years he said, one day I'm going to lose weight. But when he didn't plan for it, he was using indefinite optimism. But one day when he got sick and tired of the situation, he said, look, I'm gonna plan, I'm gonna make goals, I'm gonna write down what I eat, I'm gonna do all this stuff. He was using definite optimism. He said, my life will change, but these are the things I'm gonna do. I can't keep talking about it. I gotta make it happen. The reason why so many people are living their life like it's a lottery ticket is because they don't want to plan for it. They live in life as if it's indefinite optimism. They said, one day, everything's going to be okay, but they never plan of how they're going to make their life become okay. Right? If you plan for yourself, one day it's going to be okay, your life is going to be just that okay. It will never be great because you will never plan your way to greatness. It blows my mind to see how people live their life as if they are a lottery ticket every day, and they are clueless. They are oblivious to the fact that they are living their life that way. So, for example, whenever you talk to somebody who is saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go start a business," or I'm gonna leave I'm gonna move from the East Coast to the West Coast to go work for Google or somebody. Whenever people start talking like that, oftentimes a lot of people start saying, "Oh, don't do that," or "What if it doesn't work?" They get so afraid. But they would go and invest and take risk in other things where they have a lot less chance of winning. For example, I remember when I told people that, hey, I'm about to go and become an entrepreneur and invest in real estate and I'm going to leave my job. Man, I got so much backlash. It was crazy. But a few weeks later or a few months later, I remember driving down the road and I seen the lottery and the Powerball numbers, and I was like, wow, $200 million. It was so much money. But everybody and their mama was going to play the lottery. So now, the more I thought about it, I was like, hold up. I did a little research in it, and it says that the probability to actually win the Powerball is 1 out of 175 million. 1 out of 175 million. And the funny part is, a lot of people who were saying, I don't want to, get a promotion from my job. I don't need more money. Money is not that important. The people that were saying that were the same people going buy tickets. So I was like, hold up. I don't understand. You got a 1 out of 175 million chance to win this thing. So you have a 0.000000057 chance of winning. But entrepreneurs have a 20 or 30% chance of being successful. So you mean to tell me that you'll bet more on a lottery ticket than you will your life? Oftentimes, we all live our life as if we are a lottery ticket and our life is a lottery, and we are oblivious to the fact that we're doing that. The people who are living their dream, they understand what's going on. They understand what the game look like, and they learning the game, and they playing it better than everybody else. And the final nugget or reason why I believe that people live their life as if they are a lottery ticket and their life is a lottery is because they don't understand the significance of using their passion to live their dream. Right? When you use your passion to live your dream, all of a sudden you begin to do the impossible. You begin to last longer when most people will quit. You begin to pursue activities where most people are afraid to do because you're passionate about that thing. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you a quick clip about the importance of using your passion to live your dream. But before we do that, here's the second sponsor for the show.
Do you have or know a teen who is struggling academically or is in the process of transitioning into college or their career? Challenge and Transform Motivational Company partners with young adults in middle and in high schools to shift and stretch their minds and talents to achieve total transformation and acceleration. Challenge and Transform is your local resource for strategically preparing young adults to succeed in education, corporations, and in life. For more information on their programs or public speaking inquiries, please call 980-229-4886. Once again, that's 980-229-4886.
Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Wow. I'm excited because I understand something that I believe that you understand, that we are here by a divine purpose, that we do have a purpose. We may not be perfect people, we may not have perfect situations, but we are still significant nonetheless. And we have been blessed with a rich body of emotions. We have emotions. We're not like roses or plants or bushes that have life without feeling. We have feelings, and when we use them properly, they are very effective in motivating you toward your destiny. I want you to be clear and understanding that purpose and passion are interconnected. Unfortunately, we live in a crazy world that we're busy all the time and everything's fast, and we are losing touch with who we are, our inner sense of passion. But it is your passion that empowers you to be able to do that thing you were created to do. I want somebody to shout passion. You may not feel it all the time, you may not sense it all the time, but you do have passion. We have passion through which we thrust into the throes of life to accomplish the things that we were created to do, so that we can function at a higher dimension with authority and with conviction. You need passion to withstand all the obstacles that go along with your purpose. Just because you're living on purpose doesn't mean you're going to have problems. You're going to need thrust to be able to get up off the ground and to step into the field of your dreams. Even if you have not landed on the thing, at least get in the territory of the thing you are dreaming to do and that you hope to accomplish to do. And through that passion, you're able to ignite things you have never ignited before. I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. You're saying, I don't feel a thing. I'm numb. I don't feel anything at all. All of us go through times that we don't feel anything at all. But in order to ignite passion again, you have to be exposed. Get out of the boat, Peter. Walk on the water. Go do something you've never done before. Get involved. Get connected. Because when you are exposed, you see that there are more options than your contemporary situation at any age. That's the good news about it. You don't have to be cute. You don't have to be pretty. You don't have to be a size 3. You don't have to be a blonde or brunette. You don't have to be 20 or 50. At any age, you can still ignite your purpose through finding your passion. That's good news. What then do we do with the lulls in life, the dark shadows in life? We all have them. The secret pains and burdens that we have in life. Are they in fact distractions from our purpose? Absolutely not. I have never seen anybody who did extraordinary feats that didn't have extraordinary issues. It is the passion that gives you the power you need, but it is the pain from which you have the conviction about it. If you had not been through some pains, you would not have the burning to do what you do. And it is the digression that causes the progression. If your life has been tough and it's been hard and you had to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and your childhood wasn't so good, guess what? That was just the arrow being pulled back so that when you are released, you can thrust after the thing you're after. So you don't have to grieve over what you didn't get and what didn't happen and how you were treated and who didn't raise you and who didn't love you. You don't have to grieve about it at all. Once you understand, the greater the digression, the stronger the progression. If Nelson Mandela had not been incarcerated, had not been mistreated, had not been ostracized, he would not have the passion to do what he does. If Oprah Winfrey had not gone through the things that she had gone through, she would not be so committed to making sure that everybody finds their purpose and finds their dream and everybody gets healed and everybody's okay. I'm telling you, what you think is working against you is actually working for you.
All right, guys, so I want to thank you once again for tuning in. And listen, guys, you are not a lottery ticket and your life is not the lottery. Stop acting like that. Who told you that life's supposed to be that way? Live life on purpose with the purpose. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Continue to tune in every Monday at 2 p.m. I'm your host, Mike the Motivator, and you've been listening to Live Your Dream on WDRB Media and WGFB, the soul of Charlotte. And guys, remember, the people who you celebrate and appreciate on television, the people who you read about and you study in your history book, they're simply ordinary people who have extraordinary dreams. Live your dream, guys. Live your dreams.